Hey guys, Super Nintendo here, and welcome to 5 and 5. 5 video game topics in 5 minutes or less. Let's put 5 minutes on the clock, and let's go! School shootings caused by violent video games? A tragedy occurred in Florida last week, and these types of things have gotten so common that the thoughts and prayers that congressmen are sending just don't seem enough. So that's why you got Kentucky Governor Matt Bevin to try to get to the root cause of the issue. So what did he say the cause of this shooting was? Violent video games, of course. I mean, it used to be jazz, then it was rock and roll, then it was comic books, and then it was video games, and this was back in the 90s. And we have a video game rating system now because of that. And people still insist that violent games are the cause of violence in real life. And of course, video games being the cause of these events has been disproven time and time again, yet ignorant people like the Kentucky governor are still trying to blame this industry instead of trying to figure out a solution that's becoming a very, very common issue in the United States. Alright, let's go to a lighter topic. Is Google coming out with a home console? Google is rumored to be entering the home console scene, and in reality it might be something similar to a Ouya in the sense that it only plays Android games. I highly doubt that it'll be significant enough to put a dent into the profits of Nintendo, Microsoft, or Sony. And most of these speculators, they hear Amazon or Google rumored to do something and then they freak out and it becomes something just mundane. It'll be really interesting to see what's announced, but I don't think that it's going to be something as disruptive to the point where we're looking back on this day when we started calling things the G-Box. Are remakes just fancy graphics? Recently we got 2 remakes of original classics, Shadow of the Colossus and Secret of Mana. 2 games that people got excited about, but then it was later determined that these were nothing more than a modern facelift. The gameplay is still frozen in time and devs didn't feel like improving on it, and sometimes that's good, but other times it's pretty frustrating and it makes the game feel off. Also, why can't these games have any new content that actually motivates purchases of extra copies? But I guess that doesn't really matter because I have 3 copies of Shadow of the Colossus and PlayStation 4 looks the most prettiest. Secret of Mana is one example of how remastering can kill the nostalgia people had for the original. The game's story is relatively the same, but adding some lame voice acting and some stiff animation just kind of kills the mood. And now we have the remake of Spyro coming after the remake of the classic Crash Bandicoot trilogy. So time will tell if that's actually a facelift or if they're actually going to improve on some PS1 era gameplay. PlayStation VR is now $200. Starting February 18th and going on to March 3rd, Sony has reduced the price of PlayStation VR and bundles will start at $200. You can get the Gran Turismo version, which includes the game and the camera, and you need to note that the camera is required for use. And there's also a Skyrim bundle, which is $350, and that includes Move controllers, the camera, and an updated PSVR set. And the difference between the updated PSVR set and the original is HDR pass-through. I was thinking of getting it because it's a really good deal, but I decided to pull the trigger on the Samsung Odyssey, which was $399, and it's compatible with Steam VR, and also my PC is more powerful than a PlayStation 4. So for now, I'm going to stick with the Samsung Odyssey. And my final topic today, the final trailer of Ready Player One has been released, and it's got a really weird cover of Willy Wonka's World of Imagination, and so far you don't see much of the movie's plot, which is a really good sign, hopefully. Some of the characters that were in the book that were kind of spoiled in the movie trailer, but I don't think that that's a big deal that the character in question was revealed. I'm looking forward to the games. Right now they haven't really shown how Wade gets the keys, so it remains to be seen how close the movie will be to the book. But it should be a good time. I'll be talking more about this movie as it gets closer to the release date, including a video dedicated to it, so you'll want to stick around for that. So that's the 5 and 5. What do you think? Leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on these subjects. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here, please subscribe. I'm Super Nintendo, and I'll see you next time.